In today's video, I'm going to break down how to run the most overpowered RPO in all of Madden 26. This play is broken and shreds pretty much every defense in the game, and I'm also going to show you the best way to counter it if somebody runs it on you. Let's get into it now. So one of the new features EA added into Madden 26 was the ability to actually use hot routes on RPO plays, but you can't exactly hot route on all RPOs or every receiver on a play. So certain RPOs are going to be way better than others to use, and my favorite one that is crazy is out of the gun trips tight end flex. Now this formation was insane last year, and I actually think it's better this year because of this RPO. The play is the RPO Zone Alert Omaha. This play is absolutely insane. I'm going to break down several different setups you can use on it with hot routes and then show you the best way to counter it if somebody's abusing it on you. And if you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop me a like on the video. So first of all, this play stock is actually very good because you have first of all, you do have the ability, by the way, to hot route both circle and X, okay? Just to show you, you can. Now, I'm going to show you different hot routes to use against different counters to this play, but first thing you're always going to want to make sure is that the trips is on the wide side of the field. Now, what you're going to notice here is that this bubble, if it's in zone, is pretty much free yards. Now, there are a few things someone might do out of zone to try to slow it down, but it's very difficult because, first of all, if somebody is going to take their user and just stand right here to try to defend a bubble, well, I mean, then all we have to do is just hand the ball off, and you guys can see it's really free yardage. Now, the thing about this is you can't really play zone too well against this, period, because even if you do, X is literally free yards unless you're in a cover 2 hard flat. Now, if you're in a cover 2 hard flat, like we are here, this is still not a good solution because all we need to do is put X on a streak, and you're going to see he's just literally going to fly down the middle untouched. And if you do happen to go cover 2 hard flat, it's also not going to defend this bubble screen. As you guys can see, it's just not. Now, certain people have said that, the way you stop these sort of glitch trips and bunch, tight end RPO bubbles is just to put a defender inside, of this player on the bubble in a hard flat, making sure, your safety or whatever is outside. Well, that can work on certain ones, but it does not work on these because what you're going to notice is this guy actually, even though he's in the hard flat, he gets sucked in to the middle, and we have a wide open touchdown. So what can you do? Real quick, guys, if you want to dominate Madden 26 and win more games, check out my VIP membership on Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium content, including all the offensive and defensive ebooks I release all year long, in addition to premium Madden Vault weekly tip updates. You will learn the proven strategies thousands of players have used to win more games, and over 99% of my members say that they win more games with my tips. Click the link in the description to join now and start winning more games today. The only thing you can do if you're in zone, literally, is you have to basically have 2 hard flats out here. So you'd have to have both of these guys in hard flats, okay? And then you have to pass commit. Because if you pass commit, the guy will not get sucked in, and he'll actually play it. But wait, there's a counter to that as well. So if you do notice somebody has moved their guy out there and pass committed, don't worry, we have a way to beat that. So first of all, if you ever notice that that flat zone is playing that, you know that they pass committed. And, if I was playing and I saw that, all I would do is just literally run read option, hand the ball off, and maybe score a touchdown because when you pass commit and if you run a real run play, your defenders do not react to the run well at all. But we can actually still use other hot routes to even beat a pass commit situation. So let me go right back to what I was just doing, where I went ahead and pass committed out of, a cover 4 with hard flats, and I moved this guy inside. Well, once again, that's great, but there is an easy way to counter this. once again, all I have to do is this time I'm going to streak this guy. Because if you do that, well then guess what? There's nobody there. There's nobody in the middle. And remember, you're going to say, well, what if you user that? I mean, how are you going to user it? Because if you're going to stand back here with your user, again, you're just giving a free 5-10 yards up the middle. So again, just streak this guy, and you'll see he's off to the races. And that's not even, don't forget about the tight end, because the thing about it is the tight end, even though they have a hard flat here, if this hard flat is not all the way out here, which it has to be, if it's like inside, which most of the time it is, he's just going to get beat. So like, yes, you can just streak this guy and throw it right down the middle, and most times that's going to be a huge play. But if you take a look at the replay, you're going to see that, well, wait a second, this guy didn't get out here in time, and we can just throw this and it's easy yards. So now logically you're thinking, okay, like zone is too much of an issue because I really have to pass commit to even have a chance, and if I pass commit, they still can beat me. So now logically most players will say, okay, like I have to play man coverage. And this is what makes this so good is like, you know, a lot of people when they see this RPO or even just trips tied in RPOs in general, they like to go man because they think, well, you know, now this bubble screen, you can't throw it. And I mean, you can't really throw that. But once again, there's just a few simple hot routes we can do to counter this. Now, personally, you guys can let me know what you think in the comments. I'm not sure if EA should have added the ability to hot route onto RPOs because it just makes for plays like this that are like, it's just so easy to abuse. But first of all, just stock man coverage. Oh, well, wait a second. If you have a half-decent tight end, that little out route might be a touchdown. I mean, and then you're going to say, well, okay, we see that. So now we're just going to sit over here with our user, right? And we're just going to wait for it. We're just going to wait for it. Okay, guess what? Do that. And if I see you do that, all I'm going to do is just streak this guy. And once again, it's a problem. Now, guys, let's not forget, we can hot route the guy that's on the bubble screen. We can hot route him to routes too. So, like, let's say that, you know, this guy's manned up on him. If you want to learn how to make millions of coins to get all the best players on your Madden Ultimate Team, check out the Coin Authority on Sportsgamerz.com. Click the link in the description of this video and use coupon code COINS for 10% off your order. You can tell it's clear, man. Maybe they're sitting over here watching the tight end. I can just put this guy in a speed out. Because remember, the tight end speed out works really well. I mean, a speed out to this receiver would work good too. And you're probably saying, well, you know, they can just, maybe they move this guy to the outside, so you can't do that as easily. Well, that's not necessarily true. But if I did see that, you know what I could do? I could just put him on a slant, short cross, you know, just really whatever I want to do. It's just something quick over the middle and just throw it quickly. And I mean, it's just easy yards. You know, you also, you know, you can put them on whatever though. You can put them on a post, send the post all the way down, so it breaks a little bit more upfield. So you could potentially maybe get a little bit more yards after the catch. I mean, there's just a ton of things you can do. I'm gonna click off the guy and just put him put my user on a D tackle. But all I did here was I put Bateman. I put him on a post and stemmed it all the way down. This is just gonna get a quick release over the middle of the field. And you guys can see, if they start to play outside on that guy, how easy this really is to cook. And, I mean, like I said, same thing over here. Like, we can do the exact same concepts. We can do streaks. We can do posts. We can stem them down. I mean, we can do all the same stuff we're doing, you know, to the tight end and the receiver. So, this play right here is absolutely infuriating to deal with because you have two guys that you can hot route. You can hand them off to the running back. It makes you, if you play zone pass commit, and if you play man, depending upon how you're playing it, there's two free players to hot route that will easily beat man coverage. Just saying, RPOs are glitched on this game, and to me, this is the best one. Put this in your offense. Thank me later. I'm out.